Welcome to Saturday Night, YouTube. An immediate like. I wonder who it could be. Oh, Brandon. Sexy Mexy. What's up, hot stuff? Hello. It's Saturday night, that's what's up. You're my favorite black martial artist. Ugh. How you doing, Dennis? It's good to see you. How was your day? Pretty good, actually. Very relaxed. Got some things done. Had some good food. How about you? How's your weekend going? Should I go even lower than this? I don't know. Pretty chill. Those are good days. I've had a lot of very not chill days lately. So it's nice. Ecstasy. I I'm working on ditching the brace, but it's going to be a bit. I hope everything gets better for you. Thank you. It's already getting better. It's going to be a pretty relaxed weekend. I think I need to just edit. Problem is like the videos, not the lives or anything. That's easy, but the video I'm doing now is like it's several different things, spliced in between. So it's a lot of like it's heavy. Anyway, gotta do that. I gotta finally expand all of the other horseshit I've been talking about, working on. I need just to knock it out and get it done. So we're streaming tonight. We're having a good time. Then by Monday's stream, I hope to have a bunch of things settled. So, how are we doing, you two? Sometimes there's some good things on YouTube. Well, actually, a lot of things on the audio library are pretty good. Let's see, what else do I have planned? I want to read more of this book. I have so many different things going on. I need to like close out several and then focus up. Fuck, I'm late. It's okay, respect. It's okay. I don't notify anybody, so it's like my fault, but I okay, I'm struggling with this and hopefully you'll understand, but a lot of people want to schedule, which I totally get, and like for people that I follow on YouTube, I'm like it's time for another video, give it. But I'm very much not like a super scheduled guy. I like to be a little more flexible. So I want to get all this like the prep horse shit out of the way so that I can just be live more often. I have on all notifications, so I missed it. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I am on a little bit later than normal too, so there's that. Again, a little unpredictable, but sometimes that's good. Sometimes. But The problem is I have too many ideas and not enough time in one lifetime to get to everything. I like unpredictables. Me too. You know, I am everything, so I'm sort of both the balance of chaos and order, you know. It's delicate. Bro murked six, seven people today, really? Really, shawarma? Hello, Kyle, little man. Hello, Lori. How are you? It's Saturday. Or Sunday. The head screams to put honey on it. And yet you have not begun the pour. Okay, it's a huge amount of nugget. And I think there's this nice little, like, shelf-ish kind of indentation here, sort of like a meteor hit it, right? Well, it's where the aliens put in the, well, we'll get to that later, but you know, it would be a good collector for honey, I think. So it's Timu Top G. Okay, Kelly Taylor. In 15 minutes, it will be Sunday. Wow. Staying up multiple days with me. Timu Top G. We know who you're talking about, okay? We know. Because we've heard it before, haven't we? We've heard it before. What was the number that was just up there? I always do this. Actually, I have it over there. I think it was a 6. Yeah. Yeah. 1. I don't think so. Anemic Pitbull. He's back. Hey, Scott, you're back. Welcome back. How we feeling? Vanishka. It's not Andrew Tate. Much better. Okay, Pitbull. Let's put Pitbull. Easy with you. Tate's reject cousin? You could. This is the book to which there is no doubt. Something, something, something. Something about the Quran. Andrew Pate? Okay, so that's 2 more. Start dating again, dude. This is getting out of hand. I can do everything at once. Well, no, that's not true. I just explained how I can't. Oh shit! So we just crossed. Okay. Holy shit. Are you happy? Whoa, whoa, Mr. Citywide. Nice. Andrew Tate. I'm surprised you haven't gotten a Pitbull comparison before. I have, but I only track the Andrew Tates up on the board, like in their max, because I would not have enough room. There's like 25 or 30 repeats. Welcome back, Olasoy. How are you doing? Every bald man is the same bald. As particularly every white bald man is the same with a beard. It's like really narrowed down. You look like a gay New York man just trying to figure everything out. Well, I am trying to figure everything out. I'm very close. Andrew's fate. Yeah. I am the Shion Rokudan you bend the knee for. Pucker up, big boy. Oh, shit. How you doing, Roy? Oh, it's skid mark. Roy, shut up. He's all right. The truth. Troll. Interesting. I'm doing decent enough. Not great. Not bad. How are you? I'm doing pretty good, actually. This week I was doing pretty bad, so again, balance. So I hope things unbalance in positive direction for you. I call him Kyle the potential future husband. You do respect. You do. Mers twin. Okay. Well, that is your vote, Lori. Roy on a sick one. Okay. Did you know Barney the dinosaur was the second coming of Christ and we denied him? I did not know that. Your name is scared of werewolves. Why? Why are you scared of werewolves? What's wrong? Relax. What's wrong? Australian Andrew Tate. You mean upside down Andrew Tate? Meaning the reverse Andrew Tate? Yes, absolutely, Albert. Thank you. That's what I strive to be. Everything he could never be. Yeah, I've always thought I was a Sith at heart, but in the Tate manosphere, I am the master. Well, which Jedi master would I be? If Tate is Emperor Palpatine, who I would love to be personally, but if Tate is Palpatine, who am I in the Star Wars canon? You seem what? Andrew, I must go do something, but I shall return, and we shall be here. I hope your something goes good. Well, I wasn't expecting the whiteboard. No one does. And that's the best part about the vote is that they don't know that they've cast the vote until it's already done. And you only get one per stream. Bro's keeping track. Bald Penguin Z. I almost wore, honestly, I really heavily debated wearing a long ass wig. But, maybe I'll do that on another stream, I'm sure. Okay, so Penguin Z, Penguin Z goes up on the board. Let's put that here. Oops, little curvy. This is left-handed and backwards. Okay, relax. I'll write however I fucking want to. You'd be Yoda? Oh fuck yeah. See, that's the answer I wanted, but I didn't want to ask for it, right? You can't pick your nickname. Okay? And if you try to, you get the opposite. BB no dollar? Yoda. That's more like a horse. Vegan Joe Rogan. Albert, you already voted. You scared of werewolves says you look like an ancient gay Mongol warrior's man tramp. Well, there are worse fates, I think. Nick says feared and flawless on YouTube. Well, I don't know about either of those, but I'm flattered. Yeah, bald penguin, zero, moist critical. Well, blink, blick, 69, something or other. Thank you for casting your vote. I appreciate it. Cart Titan, Wild Coyote. Oh, yeah. Junior Michael says, can you please give a shout out to my friend Dixon Myaz? Well, Dixon Myaz, I hope you're having a great night. Tam says, Wang Chung U.S. tour starts in July. What does that mean? Barfy Man, Timu Andrew Tate. I'm seriously, I just said that, and like I've said it so many times. You'll understand in a second, Barfy. What is Johnny Sins not doing? MP, welcome to stream. Not doing many things. Yep. right? Yep. Okay, and then you get another. Oh, it was Johnny Sins. Okay, another pretty common one. I can look up the totals if we get real curious, but Sins. I did make a video about Satanism. I don't I don't even know if I said the word sin in that one. I was so young. I like your sense of humor. I wish you go far with life. Thanks for the laugh. You're welcome, Mr. Me. You look like the actor Justin Long. Oh yeah, he started in Jeepers Creepers and Waiting. Your voice sounds like his too. Interesting. I've never been told that before. That makes a lot of sense though. Justin Long. I think that might be a new one. I'm not sure. I can do this way. Loud. Okay. Thank you. Tate After Dark. Yes. Well, Tate After Dark is doing all of the things he claims he's against. I guarantee it. Okay, that's yeah, another vote on the board. Here we are. Bald Nicolas Cage. Did you already vote, Nick? Rosette Dixon, my ass. I did. Oh, do I, Devin? Lex Luthor. Okay, let's put Lex down here. Lex. I'm really reaching. Okay. Lex Luthor. You're not on screen. Well, you're out of touch, Larry. Shout out. Tama Negi says, shout out to my Chinese friend, Woon Hung Lo. Hey, Kyle. Hey, Miss Megaroni. How are you? I just got here. What are we doing? Well, Samuel Johnson, it's Saturday night. Okay. Now, normally, I've done Saturday nights have been kind of, you know, a scatterman of things. I've done roasts of people in chat. Well, I do that every night. I've done dance parties. I've done some salsa instructionals, karate, which includes nunchucks. Tonight, I mean, okay, here's another thing that happens every stream is that I eventually take my shirt off and flex, which seems to be a hit. So I'm sorry, a mob hitman in jail. Ooh, what? I just got here. What are we doing? Did you take my recommendation and buy the watermelons to smash? No, I haven't done that. It's really a matter of like the tarps and like I just have so many electronics. It would just be a lot of prep. You know what I mean? So I haven't pulled the trigger on that, but it's in my notebook. It's been a while. Hitman, that's a good one. Oh, ice. Oh, okay, that was a vote. I see. I'm gonna go this way. I'm gonna use my right hand, even though it's all fucked. Pasta Pizza Master says, please give a shout out to my buddy Bone Her. You should have gone for broke there, but whatever. Agent. $47. There we are. Nick, you've done that one before. You misspelled taint. You're right. You're absolutely right. I did. I see a lot of things on the board. You do. And there's many things you have yet to see. Stone Cold Steve Austin. Kinda. I gave you the shout out pasta. Andrew Taint. Exactly. The bald J. Where I think. Have you said that before, Supreme? Shout out to Mike Hawk. Okay. Stone Cold. Let's put him up here. Steve. One. What do you think? Lex Luthor? Did I not put that on? Yeah. Two. Hi, Kyle. What's up, brother? What's up, Dr. Wang? Always love seeing that name pop up in the chat. I'm doing pretty good. It's Saturday night. We're chilling. We're thrilling a little bit. The thrills will come. Daughtry? What's Daughtry? Andrew Late. Goose Wayne? Shirt off and flex is my favorite part. It tried to censor that. That's crazy. You look like Shaquille O'Neal. Stone Cold E.T. Nice. Is a British egg. Well, friggin'. It does look like a friggin' egg, does it? Look at this. That's just the top. There's so much. You guys don't understand how many powers I have, okay? Because of the size of this fucking dome. Cyber Doof. So he's a very handsome man. Thank you. Shit. Also a bit like the Deep from The Boys. I look like the Deep from the shoulder down too. Yeah, if you stick around, you'll see. What up, Tate? What up, caveman? Loves smoke. Well, from one caveman love smoke to another. I hope your Saturday night / Sunday morning is going well. Okay, so that's two more. That five's a little wonky. It's fine though. It's fine. Okay, egg we also count. So egg is gonna go here. Egg. One egg vote. Is your butt plug in? If my butt plug was in, you would know, all right? What is this shit? Well, it's a lot of things. A lot of times it's responding to requests. This is dad. Well, you're grounded for identifying that. This is somewhere in the middle, G. Balance. Turn this off, bro. I can't do that for you. You have to do it for yourself. Okay, but you can't bring yourself to. The sheer animal magnetism draws you in, and the longer you stay, the longer you're here to stay. Yeah, I did say bald J Barichill. Okay, I'm gonna look that up. Hold on. Yes. Yes, that's right. That's a pretty good one. Thank you for staying on me. I get distracted. There's a lot going on. J. Okay. J. That's the wrong way. Yeah. On my way. God, this is so difficult. Fuck. Okay, hold on. You're gonna have to trust me on this. Watch. Okay. For the sake of time. Okay. Let's put him up here. Chill. On my way to you. Sexy Mr. Potato Head. Thank you. It's Mike Hunt. Okay, so funny that you're like the third person to do that today. Just today. T-Mutate. Humpty Dumpty still trying to put himself back together. We count that too. You're not the first person I say Humpty Dumpty. I think you might be the second or third. Okay. Humpty Dumpty. Well, see, I'm doing it with my left again. I'm just gonna turn around. Give me a moment. It's because of this. Artist Sibo song Bald Head Nut. That does sound like me a little bit, doesn't it? Okay, Humpty Dumpty. Humpty Dumpty. As long as I got the Dumpty, right? One. For the dump. You know what I'm saying? Naked Mora. We've had that one many times, actually. I think we're still in the single digit totals, but you know. Okay, let's go. Mega Mind, LOL, JK, homie. No, that we've had that. I think we're in the double digits of Mega Mind, so that goes on the board. All right, Mega Mind. Yep. A lot of people with good intentions fear that they can't rib me too hard, but then they see that the trolls do it, and it's okay. So you can hit me with your best shot. Fire away. Hootie Magoo says Chad might be losing brain cells as they speak. Aren't we all? Dr. Wang says, I went beaver hunting today only to come back with a juicy taco. You know? Sometimes you take the hand or the taco that you are given. Am I right? It's like looking at an egg. Thank you, friggin'. I do see Humpty Dumpty and the wall. You kind of look like me if I was white and didn't really look like myself. Interesting, Trey. A good friend of mine was named Trey. E.T. Phone Home. Says alien cowboy farmer. Wait, does that mean you're an alien that is like a rancher, or does that mean you farm aliens? I'm very concerned about the latter for personal reasons. LMAO, this guy. Thank you, Ken. Daughtry is a singer. He won American Idol or something like that. Oh, the country singer. Still cute though. Thank you, Meg. His chat's better than that racist shit I just found. Oh, they get racist plenty, but I ban them. So, how many fingers is your forehead? Oh man, 8, 12, 16, 20, like 23. Easy. I've returned. Hola, hola. How are you? Abizeas says 8. Look, you look just like the dude riding a electric bike. This guy won American Idol. I wish. Well, I mean, I'd take it. But 1405 for Tate. Been here since the beginning of the Tate jokes. Ken, it's a never-ending battle. So it's good to see a seasoned warrior that has survived through it all. Thank you. What's going on, Kyle? Machismo. It's Saturday night / Sunday morning. That's what's going on. Brian says Temple Andrew Tate. I think you meant Timu, and it probably auto-corrected. Definitely cheap Chinese version. Brother, a lot of my exercise equipment is the cheap Chinese version, and it works super well. Do you use body wash on your scalp? No, I use like the good face soap on the rest of my scalp, but it's very gentle. Abisius says this guy was voted most likely to suck eggs in high school. Well, I was just so good at it, you know? But like a hot Liverpool. Bro, at this point, I grew to love you. I appreciate that. I love all of you. Timu. Okay, you got it. Love the channel. Thank you, Ken. Trey, if you do a face mask, do you just apply it to your whole head? I see, but if I do that, then I start looking like uh fucking who is it? The Martian Manhunter or something like that. You're like Voldemort, brother. Will we put that on the board? I think we're still in the single digits for Voldy, but we put him up. I want a different song to play. Okay, Voldy. Lord Voldemort. Voldy. I'm getting lazy with the writing, with the long names. Voldemort. It's your people's month. Oh, yeah? Well, then you should, I don't know, do a dance. That's what I would want you to do is dance. Dance sometime this month in remembrance of me. I did used to hate on this guy, but this is what his channel is, guys. Y'all are too stupid to understand. Bro is winning. Thank you. At every level. And you hate it. Yes. I feed off of your anger. I request one button to be undone if I may. Request. Accepted. Respect. There you go. Subscribe, bro. Thank you, Ken. Squidward. Applehead. Funny. Funny that. The profile is giving Kylo Ren realness. Totally, Trey. Did you already vote? I don't think so. I'm gonna put that up. But that's a common one. And my name's Kyle, so it double works. Let's see. Fit him in. Dark magic attracted us all in here to the Mad King Kyle. The bearded Krillin. Yes, Donald Duck, thank you. I love the Krillin votes because that means maybe I'll fly one day. Kuririn. Mm. I almost did the Romaji for Kuririn. Kuririn. Dude, this is gay. Yeah, what does it say about you, brother? John Cryer. Adam Driver or something. Yeah. John Cryer. It looks like a circumcised tip. Bro, if your tip looks like this, I don't know what you do about that. Do you call a doctor or the news or what? Okay, Yanzi. Krillin got bitches. That's true. He got. You look gay. Okay. Why are you insisting upon that over and over and over and over? How gay do you need me to be? Yummy Zomb 15, Zombie. He reminds me of the guy that plays Ghost Rider. Ah, Nick Cage. Uh-oh, what did I do? I lost a comment. Did you vote, Ken? Gay Lil Tate. Nicolas Cage lookalike. Okay, I'll put that on the board. That one is a pretty strong candidate. Hold on. Let's go here. You know, I would love the fucking penance stare. Dude, if I was Ghost Rider, I'd just be looking at everybody. Wake up. You got anything to pen? Oh, you're fine? All right, relax. You, Nick, wake up. Everyone pays. Release everyone's internet history. He looks like a Durex condom. Don't worry, chat. We are almost caught up. Hell yeah. Bald John Cryer. Okay, I'm gonna look that up actually. Okay. Yeah. He's got much larger ears than me, but a lot of people do. So, I'll read the totals here in a second. I gotta put. Also, John Cryer is bald, from what I've seen. All y'all jelly of his looks. Not all. Some. Others might maybe jealous of the confidence. Nicholas Cage if he worked the deli at Publix. That's funny. Is it Epstein? It's not. Chris Nunez plus Adam Driver plus James Murray equals Kyle. The Holy Trinity. Invader Zim. Bro, I loved Johnny the Homicidal Maniac in, what was it, high school? Hey, Kyle. Hey, Andy. Welcome back to stream. How you doing? Balloony from Phineas and Ferb. I haven't seen it. Your chin strap is too tight, is it? Do you think? How's your weekend going? Pretty good so far. Good food. Had sushi for lunch, which is one of my favorites. I had I'm just going to tell you everything else I ate today. I had a protein shake for breakfast. I had ground beef and veggies in avocado oil, bone broth, nutritional yeast, sprinkled thoroughly throughout. Okay, get that vitamin B. Acorn with a beard. Thank you, Makisma. Go back to Mafia, man. Do you think you could? You think you could leave? There's no going back. Love from Jersey. Thank you, DNA. I appreciate that. When you order Andrew Tate and Amazon Andrew Tate shows up. Well, at least it's with priority, and it's probably like $20. Love from India. Hey, I love India. I've only been to Mumbai, but I was really wanting to get to. There's a place up north from there where they have like crazy festivals. They have a bunch of like performers. I mean, that's a lot of places in India, right? But Elephant Island was fucking sick. You look like my balls when the clippers die halfway through. Well, thank you, Mike Hawks a floppin' 420. Well, a happy 420 to you. And I worry about not about this, but I do worry about like, the clippers break halfway through, and it's like my only other option to even it out is to shave it all the way. That's not a good look for me, right? This is I mean, just artistically speaking, in terms of like design fundamentals, right? This is such a small area of like contrast versus this huge. It's like heavily weighted, right? So you need to balance it. Without this, it just becomes this sort of I don't know, handsome Squidward. I would take at least. I know I don't have the jaw for it, but hi Jersey. Got teeth like me grandmother. Well, your grandmother sounds cool. Gay Stephen Miller. Andrew late on Wish. I'm an alien. Really? Check my latest broadcast. Okay. Another Andrew Tate, gay Stephen Miller. Again, people will call me like the gay versions of people, but they often pick people that are obviously closeted gay men. Christ. There's a reason Grinder crashes next to all of the fucking, conventions. You know what I mean? You know what I mean. Look at how much fucking alien noggin I got. Jesus Christ. And I don't even have the ability to climb up walls or the prehensile scorpion tail, and it pisses me off. Fuck, I just want the powers, man. Christ. Okay. Justin Bieber during his acoustic phase. That's funny. Stephen Miller. Oh man. Okay, I'm just gonna do that. It's time, I think. Hold on. We'll get there. My face is itchy. Why? You sound like Chuck Todd. You too. Winona's Big Brown Beaver. Good song. I gave up drinking alcohol and I feel very good. Yeah. Right? It's hard, and then if you go a long time, it's hard to come back to it because it's like you feel so good, you know. And then the older you get too, it's like the harder it is to recover, at least. For humans, Lil Chin, that's right. Very small. So small. Slightly more stressed out Lynn Manuel Miranda. Who's that? May I ask the origin of your baldness? Well, the origin, technically what you're asking is high levels of DHT. That's a secondary version of testosterone. It's not the same, but it's the one responsible for like the hypermasculine stuff of like the hair, balding. So my hairline has always been a widow's peak, but it started receding. My hair was long in high school and it was like thick and it was like down to here, wavy, you know. I grew it out again in college, and once it got past here, it just became thin and shitty, and I wasn't putting the pieces together. Incidentally, I started getting sunburns here, and I'm like, damn, you know, was the sun just directly at that angle, or you know what? But ultimately, what happened is I didn't discover I was like balding really until I shaved my head. A coworker had dared me to do. So he was like, you would never do it," and I'm like, "Oh, really?" And I had like hair. It was like I had like a kind of a Superman curl kind of thing going over on the one side. You know, I had pretty decent hair, so I did it. And then when it grew back in, it was not growing back in like hardly at all here and then a little bit here. It's not that bad, right? I think a lot of guys would still have their hair grown out if they had my pattern. But I really like the feeling, honestly. It feels clean. And honestly, that skin is like very sensitive. So as like a dancer who rolls around on the ground and shit like that, it becomes like a sensory thing, you know? So it's just it's for me, it's like it's part of my, I don't know. I just love it. I don't really care that I'm not self-conscious at all about being bald. I don't give a shit. But then people are like, "You're not bald," and it's like, okay, whatever. I'm on the bald spectrum. Uh, paint your face like a brick wall. Lord Moldy Butt. Looks like Andrew Tate. Oh, don't say that. Hey, Sheen. Voldemort. Do a handstand naked. Why do you end every message with the fucking British flag? He looks less like a lethal fighter and more like a guy trying to sell you a timeshare or an online cryptocurrency course. That's because I look like Andrew Tate. Here's the thing, though. I can fight, and I have fought too many times, and that's why I have fucking bone spurs in my goddamn wrists. Okay, it's driving me bonkers. All right, I can't hit anything hard anymore, and I hate it. Okay, so it's it's a recent discovery, but my wrists have been bothering me for like years, and I'm like, why is that? Well, we know. Anyway, TMI. This is gay. Well, you're all under HIPAA now. You can not speak about my wrist injury because I don't know. God truly has blessed me, and I'm thankful every day. Well, thank you. That's from you stole my handle, you twat. Mango seed. That's funny. Are you a religious guy? You wouldn't believe the things that I know that I believe. All I'm saying is, you know, what if you're wrong and the cosmic serpent does devour the entire universe? That's all I'm saying. The physical embodiment of I studied the blade while everyone else was actually going to parties. Oh, I went to parties too. He looks less like a mad king and more like a moderately upset assistant manager at a failing GameStop. That's not bad. I feel like I look a little bit better than, what that would be. Here, does that help you at all with the king thing? Nicolas Cage is a new one. Maybe for you. Bro has energy of a guy who practices lethal anime finisher in the bathroom mirror for 20 minutes before clicking record. When have I shown you any kind of martial technique tonight? Backpack unzipped? If you just asked me, I might show you. I probably won't, but I might. Josh Emmett? John Travolta on a hunger strike? Oh, I eat. How does he write? Cerebral, welcome back. Kyle, that whiteboard looks like how many days in mental prison you've been in. That's a good one. Oh man. See, if I could do all of the individual tallies for Andrew Tate, that would be crazy. Just whiteboards and whiteboards and whiteboards. And then, anyone that would see them, without the context of this, even with, I mean. But here's the thing, Cerebral, I am arguably insane. Okay, you could argue that. And if that was your argument, I would plead no contest, honestly. Kanye was a rebellious adult, and we all knew he would. Well, Ryan, my darling, that is a very cute answer. To the question of who do I look like? I look like Caillou. And my name kind of sounds like it, so it kind of works, right? And people randomly hate on Caillou on the internet, so it's like, what, 3 for 3 now? Caillou. One. Low T Tate. Okay. More Lex Luthor mixed with the evil Kung Fu Sensei in a teenage karate movie. Oh, here we go. Let's go. Notorious. Oh, you wanted to retract that, Bills Mafia. You look like you eat something. Be bold. Say it. Not tight enough. Something spicy says proper. Joe Jonas, if he was on chemo, damn dog, and losing dog, chill, daddy, chill. Any advice for applying Dev Con to a 10-inch diameter pipe? Well, the first thing you're going to want to do is wear gloves. Okay, I learned that lesson very recently. Okay, I normally I'm used to the 8.5 inchers. Okay, but for a 10, nowadays, honestly, they're becoming more and more frequent that you see them. So it's important that you bone up on them now because it's just gonna become the standard in the next, probably by fucking quarter three. But still was in high spirits. Exactly. Pizza, pizza money, monkey in a tank, says Zesty. Hate from India. Okay. Okay. Thanks, Boo. Why do you look like that? I don't know. I'm not really sure why. I couldn't tell you why I look the way I do. All I know is that white Croatia says I wanna go to Pooh Festival so bad. Well, then I think you should go as soon as you can. Would mind throwing a fist your way, okay? Well, I then slip, okay? Come back with the hook, cross upper, fade back with the hook more as a deterrent, stiff arm, come back with the overhand, right? And then I'm going to come through again with elbow one, hammer fist two, cross into the hip toss, all right? And then finish off Gakuzuki Gadan for the finisher, Ki. Strong horse stance above the opponent. That's what I would do. For example, Nori says, egg, egg, egg. Timu Andrew Tate. Okay, well, that counts for something. Just this. That's all it really counts for. Did you do an Andrew Tate parody? I have filmed one and I'm editing it. It just takes for fucking ever. So y'all better watch it when it comes out. But I gotta like I keep on. I'm super busy. I have too many things. Um, where was egg? There we go. I like the masterpiece the way it is. Thank you. Thank you. Respect. All I'm gonna say. Whoop. All I'm gonna say is that the protein intake has increased. See what happens. You know, I'm starting to think flexing is the way. Imagine if you just got a cool bald head tattoo and kept it. Versus what? Not keeping the tattoo? Returning it? Exchanging it for another one? Hello from Argentina. Hello. Man, I've always wanted to go to Argentina. I've been to Brazil, but not quite. Who the fuck are you? What are you? That is for me to continually figure out and for you to eternally misunderstand. Young, what? Is that a wrist wrap for peacocking? This is for my one of 100 injuries. Moby. Okay, we've gotten that one before. It goes on the board though. That ain't even real brick. You ever seen brick with wrinkles? Everything is an illusion except for this body. Okay, that is real. Everything else in the world, in your life, is an illusion. The only thing that is real is that this body in front of you is 100% human meat. And and you're gonna take me at my word on that, and you're not gonna check. Moby. Okay. On the board. Fat Cow guy, I recognize that name. Welcome back to stream. Says, looks like my wanker after I pull out of me wood chipper. Really? Damn. What is your wanka routine? Because I need to get on it. Caillou when he's all grown up. Thank you, Supreme. Where's Caillou? 2. Okay. Okay. I understand I look like an egg, but that's too many. Thank you. You're sorry. It's okay. Dude put on a button-up shirt for this. You know what, Mr. Jean? He looks like he sits down to pee. Respect. Do you think it's time, Brandon? Do you think it's time to unleash the beast? Squirrely looking and cute. Damn, I'm late. Hashtag period. He is smart. White Sean Woodson. He is smart. He is smart. This is Mother's house basement. You know, the trolls always say something like that. Um, but no, this is my performance space. What nonsense is this? All kinds of nonsense that you are, again, you're going to continually struggle to understand fully. And that's what's going to keep you engaged. But honestly, I'm everything. Okay? I'm all of you. I've been all of you. 100. I've lived all of your lives 100,000 times. Okay? And yeah, they kind of blur together because that's a lot. All right? That's why my noggin's so huge. I have all this knowledge. Okay? But I back that shit up with a bang and bod that you fail to understand. Let me give you the full review. I'm multi-classed, bitches. Okay? I went full monk and full fucking sorcerer. Alright? Don't you dare doubt me again. Andrew Tate. Okay, thank you. Bro is definitely ADHD positive. He looks like he reads the terms and conditions. I'm the one that generates the terms and conditions. And you guys don't understand. But you're already mine. I own. All legally speaking. All right? Legally speaking. I own your asses. Okay? A wasp got in the house. Help me, Tate. You're going to want to get your hairspray. And I like bald and balding. Interesting. I like strong features, particularly without a good chin of mine. Maybe a broad chin of sorts. If you know, you know. The feeling. Thank you, backpack. What's happened to your hands? What's happened to your hands? Okay. The honest truth is overuse, and I've been striking things almost every day for years and years and years of my life, and that's Bob, that's heavy bags, that's the aqua bag, people, okay, and sparring and sanctioned sort of conflicts. Um, and I've just abused, like, my bones are like dented up and shit. It's crazy. I've also done in karate. We did a lot of like conditioning where you just slam forearms into each other over and over and over. So a lot of that kind of conditioning. So it's it's probably a mess. Gold medal. Button you fucking shirt, asswipe. Well, circle of protection. Why don't you cast a spell of, suspension of disbelief for a moment? Why don't you watch the show and see what you like? What happened to your hands? What happened to your hands? Nori, you gotta stop spamming. I don't like spam. Looking classy, man. Thank you, Juggle. You might be gay, but I feel like you could throw a nice head kick or knee. I can. I can knee to my own head level if I go up on the ball of my foot. Well, I don't normally do that for a knee. It's a little bit like the weight's too committed forward. I don't feel the best base. I don't. Well, I can kick to the head, so I don't like going up on the ball of the foot necessarily and compromising that connection to the ground. To where like again, it's like a Homelander thing. It's like you need something to push off of. You need the leverage. Gayness. Circle of Protection says, piss in your mouth. Don't curse. You do not understand me. I will continue to curse. And I taught karate to all ages for years and years and years. And I had to completely censor my speech. It was difficult, but I did it. Okay. I've proven I can do it, but it's not true to me. Okay. Now, I am the shapeshifter. I am the trickster. Okay? I am the cosmic serpent, but I sometimes the changeling just wants to rest. You know? It's like in X-Men when Mystique is Magneto drops the shit on her and she catches it, but she has to de-transform. And he's like, you're sacrificing your power to maintain the illusion. Exactly. Okay? So again, what you see is not an illusion. Okay? I create illusions, but I am real. What up, bro? How's your night? Pretty good. It's going good. Entering your dojo. Oh, it's Jonathan. Welcome. Ligma says, cat in a box. Bald by fate or by choice? Sort of both. I can have decent hair. You know, you can sort of see the hairline here, and it's bald here. I don't know. I think I could probably pull it off, but I just like this look a lot better. And again, it's about how it feels to me more than anything. Hey, Daddy. Hey, under pressure. You just cursed God, so you're not into God. What? You know how many people I've. Well, look. A, I don't care. Okay. So handsome. Thank you. Can you please give us a thirst trap? I've been here the whole time. This chat goes so fast. Take your clothes off. I've already started. What do you believe? How big is it, Poppy? I don't know. How many times have I surprised you so far? Mathematically, statistically speaking, what's most likely to happen? Will I be below expectation? Or will I surprise you? Harsh. Harsh. Hey. Too much. You're kidding me. Oh my God. Hold on. Hold. You are shitting me. Oh, is that the. Oh, that's the lowest. It's just bright as fuck. Looks like a male version of Sabina Maza. Who's that? No thanks. You look like you want to be the Gold Ranger. I would be a Power Ranger in a second. You want to know why, Backpack? And I'm sorry for the regulars, okay, but I got to do this, all right? But my very first karate sensei was the Green Power Ranger from the original show. No shit, okay? I have a picture. Go check out the channel, all right? If you don't believe me, I would be the Gold Ranger in a second. If it were like, honestly, it would have to be like black and gold. That would be dope. Or, I mean, here, the Green Ranger already is green, so I can't have that one. The King of Burger. The Burger King. This guy have high IQ. Never heard of you, to be honest. Yeah, that's because I'm not famous or known or maybe even that popular. Hmm. Is it pink, Poppy? I don't know. Hear about the guy whose left side got. He's all right now. Okay, that's funny. Nora, you gotta stop spamming. I'm gonna put you on timeout for 5 minutes, okay? He's huge where it counts. Thank you, Krista. I have I have enough. Trust me. Johnny Sins is so hot. Is that your vote, Krista? I don't know that I've. I don't know that I've seen your vote before. I could be wrong. Do, do, do. I gotta find him. And it takes me a bit because this is, again, backwards for me. You look like Kyle. Ooh. I do, don't I? I put my animal drive 69. Nice. As I put my grandma on speed dial, I call that Instagram. Nice. 100 cuckoo bees? What does that mean? Hello from Iceland. Hello. Okay, yeah. It's not blasting me in the face. Hello, Joe. I've heard Iceland is beautiful. Teheran? Okay, Redbeard. For anyone confused or lacking context, he's bottom G. Okay. Test. What? What, Red? Are you testing when I'm getting to your comment in chat? I know I'm behind. Okay, Sam. Sam, you wish I would. Redbeard says American. Yes, I'm an American. Wow, Sam. Christ. Okay. Does he have a magic tongue? I mean, I do cast spells. Okay. Okay, Krista? I did technically make a video about that too. All right? It's it's the one where I break down Satanism, and I do take my shirt off in that one too. Briefly, but you know. So you can see I've been consistent. He looks like Tom Holland if he completely gave up on Hollywood to start an illegal backyard fight club that only he shows up to. That sounds very, very on brand. Backpack, I think you're starting to understand. Isn't Bottom G some European dancer? Redbeard says teat. He looks like a budget Andrew Garfield who got bitten by a radioactive Excel spreadsheet instead of a spider. Holy shit! Oh, I almost clapped my fucking bone spurs through my wrist. That's what I'm fucking talking about, people. That's what I'm fucking talking about. That is an excellent fucking roast. Oh man. Oh, that's so good. Okay. He looks like a budget Andrew Garfield who got bitten by a radioactive Excel spreadsheet instead of a spider. Oh my god, that's so good. Thank you. Oh. Mm. You can troll me as much as you want. Your voice and mannerisms remind me of David Spade. Really? I know I kind of talk with my body, but I like to think I'm a little more, a little, a certain percentage of yoked greater than David Spade. Animal Drive says if money doesn't grow on trees, how come banks have branches? Branches of the what is it? I lost it. I'm sorry. It's just how big is it? Poppy is like done 400 times. Oh, and I lost my place. Fuck. Hold on. I'm trying to scroll back up because I do read everything if I can. Oh my god, I'm so behind. Okay. Oh, I made it. Okay. All right. I'm going to have to speed through some of these, but we'll get there. The fuck is this? Should I even comment? Enter. Okay, dial up. He looks like Ratatouille's linguini if he got kicked out of the kitchen and tried to make intense shadow boxing his entire personality. That's decent, but you just hit really hard with that last one. It's gonna be hard to beat. Shave that hairy chest. Nah, most people they love it. Okay. I'm gonna put a stronger timeout on the spamming. Andrew Tate, yes, Veins. I'm Andrew Tate, and I have renounced all of my evil ways. Are you the little spoon? You know, not enough. I'll tell you that much. Not enough. $14.09. You hate women? No, I'm the anti-Tate. So, no, I love women. I love men. I love people. Zesty. Dude is an artist. Thank you. It's not Andrew Tate. That's bottom G. Okay. Oh, Joe Schmo. I have control over everything. Better than Andrew Tate. It's not really saying a whole lot considering who we're comparing it to, but yes, thank you. I appreciate that. Playful pal. 69. 69. I shouldn't do that, right? You forgot the part where you pulled out the 9mm. And then I pull out my gun. Pull out my Beretta. If Vecna is 1 inch in you and you're 1 inch inside of Pennywise, which way are you moving towards? Okay, well, I'm probably gonna first you thrust the hips forward into Pennywise, right? If I'm 1 inch inside, okay, if I'm 1 inch inside Pennywise, thrust forward, right, which is gonna counteract, arms are gonna go backwards, grab a hold of Vecna back here, and then on the rebound, really like slam everything home. You know what I mean? So I think you can get both if you play your cards right. Surprisingly less gay. Well, not after I just said that, I'm pretty sure. Sing the prayer. What prayer? Is this Andrew Tate? Oh, well. It's like ran. That's it. I can't complete that. It's funny though. Okay. 10. Kyle Tate, the little bro. I'm probably technically smaller, but you know. I would stomp a foot, sidestep, evaluate. Yellow M&M? Okay. Hi, Seth. How you doing? I'm sorry I'm late to everyone's messages. Somebody should kiss his head, someone said. I accidentally deleted it. I'm sorry. Hello, Ariel Helwani. Okay. All right, Easy 8. It's going to be hard. Okay. It's going to be a bitch trying to count all of these later because I keep track of everything. Johnny Sims. Thank you. 3. Nice. So rookie numbers. We gotta get those numbers up. Have you been inside of Vecna? Have I been? I mean, no, but you know, what a rare opportunity that would be, wouldn't it be? I'm a big fan, Johnny Sins. Thank you. Welcome to stream. Vinny says I played flag football with a bunch of lesbians today. Nice. Okay. Are they the rugby types that are just pit bulls with the muscular necks? I love that shit. You could be cast as an evil villain in a DC movie. Bro, tell them, okay? Because I can do the fucking I can sort of do the stunts. My back's all fucked up, but for a movie, I would risk some things. You know what I mean? Um, I would love to be a villain. Oh my god, Gooner wrist. So you know, it's not even like that's totally fun. You know, like it's this. this, where the spur starts poking out. You look funny. Well, as long as I keep you laughing, I've done something. I keep getting put on timeout because of this. Goblin, I haven't put you in timeout. I just haven't got this is the first time I'm seeing this. I thought you were a bowler. What does that mean? Why do you look like Andrew Tate with cancer? Johnny Sins. Thank you, Miggy. You already voted that, though. Andrew, shit. That was a very shit roast. Okay? You have all this time and you have the advantage of reading chat ahead of me. So you already see, you got, okay. I've been spoiled with good trolling. So, it's okay. We gotta allow it all. Woolly mammoth. Lucifer has the power of illusion. Yes, he does. Do you believe in advanced ancient civilizations? I don't really know. I've been forwards and backwards in time so many times that I've mixed up all of the memories of like when all of those civilizations happened. Okay. So was Atlantis real? Of course. But like, was it in this dimension? I honestly can't remember. Okay, it's been 100,000 lifetimes in 100,000 iterations of every single one of you. I've been all of you. Okay, so it's like, honestly, I'm lucky to have remembered any of it. To be fair to me, take that shirt off and show that hair, you sexy man. Well, I'm that far behind. Holy shit, Voldemort. Okay. I gotta race through these comments. All right, we're gonna get through it. Hang tight, everyone. We're gonna get there. It's not pre-recorded. It's live. Fuck, fuck, fuck. Where's Voldemort? Shit, shit. Hold on. Okay, I gotta use it this way. I'm so far behind you can't help me. Where the fuck is it? Oh my god, I'm losing my mind. Oh my god. Okay. I know I wrote it today. Oh, here it is. God damn it. Fuck me. Okay. Is this Diddy? No. Andrew Tate from Timu. You're like a host for a show. Like Catfish. Yeah, that is sort of what this is, huh? Okay, there's two more. So we're up to 1413. You look like Angel Garcia, the adult star. Interesting. Okay, well, I won't put that on the board, but note for later, I guess. I am bowing out of this dojo. Sorry, no karate tonight, Jonathan. I'm sorry. Banned. Voldemort. Okay, Christ. 3 votes for Voldemort. Christ. Hi, Insay. Is it actually possible for you to catch up with this chat, LMAO? I don't know. I'm okay. We're gonna try. Leroy says gay. Sam says stop being goofy, people. Why? Inzy says sexy. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, all this spam, which will get removed. Look like Omi from Shaolin Showdown if he was built like a wet noodle. Thank you, Traveler. Andrew Tate, okay. Hi, mate. Hope you're doing well. Have a blessed day. Thank you, Pezlar. I wish the same for you as well. Happy Sunday, most people. What's your haircut today? A zero all around. Let's see, was it? Yeah. 0 here. I did nothing here. I've trimmed this a little bit more, you know. Sometimes I've played with different kinds of fades, you know. I did the Andrew Tate goatee for an upcoming video because of the high number of repetitions of the Andrew Tate. I felt like I should try it out and see what you guys thought. What's up, Andrew Tate? That's 2. Kinder Egg Hit. What's this channel about? This channel's a television show. Okay? I do it all right? I do karate, friendship for everyone. Okay, that's me. I am everything that Mac from Always Sunny wanted to be, minus Catholic. Okay, so it's 3 more. For Tate, no jaw. I know. I know. All that bone mass had to go to the noggin to protect the broadcasting antennae. Are you Andrew Tate? Oh, okay, that's 1. I'm gonna save it for a moment because I can't keep doing. Yeah, it's time to take off. I sit down. Okay, I can't show this respect, but I'm reading it. Uh huh. Well, respect. That one's just for you and me. I love it. Oh man. Only because I'd have to edit that out, and I don't ever want to edit you out. Even though I kind of just did. You know I love you, baby. Bottom G Andrew. That's 2. Andrew Tate 2.0. Okay. Andrew Fake. Thank you, Maniac. Tristan. Oh shit, he gonna dance. More wrinkles than your background. True. I've lived, you know. Gay. This is Tate. That's another 5. Which means we're at 21. It's 1420. What? LOL, gay. My guy, you look like if Andrew Tate was born in France. Yeah? That would be, I mean, that would be fine. That'd be great. You know what the quality of life is like in France? Okay? It's fucking dope. There's like everything you, oh my god. I need to go back. Show yourself in your Speedo. For free? Most dainty and supple streamer on this platform. Supple. Thank you. G, super gay, almost looks like me. What does this mean? Slow mo, bro. Probably weigh about 145 with clothes on, LMAO. Yeah, what are you worried that you're not gonna be able to throw me around? My arm is bigger than you. Really? Well, my arm's bigger than my own head, which is saying something. What's the color of your Bugatti? It's hot pink. Love the way you took off your shirt and flexing. Thank you, Stephen. Soaking wet, he's about 100 ponds. Okay. Alright, whatever. Are you Andrew Tate? No, Maddox. The fuck is you trying to show off? This is a show. Yeah, there's no off, except that the shirt is off. That was so LGBTQ. Okay. He's gay, guys. I have to shut the comments off so I get the best view. That is smart. That is very smart. Too good. Yo, where'd your jawline go? Again, the bone mass was needed for this enormous noggin I got. That's wrong. 2.0. It says, you ever wipe your butt and finger pops through and you realize it's not so bad. Sounds like that happened to you. Congratulations. That hand thing is for spells and rainbows. Never mind, he obviously gay. Oh, am I? How obvious is it? What a fucking idiot. Thank you, native. His love ladder goes all the way to his mouth. I'm love ladder. I don't know that I've heard that. Spam rainbow, says Maniac. Like you own that fake brick curtain building behind you. LMAO. Does it bother you? We're having fun here, okay? Relax. Relax. Not everything is the most serious thing, okay? Just suspend your disbelief for a moment, okay? Tristan asked you, hid the cigars. Okay, well, here's the thing. Got the chin of a newborn baby. That's funny. Bro got his jaw slammed by an uppercut. No, you're just gonna hit my nose. I can't show that. Okay. Johnny Lex Sins Luthor. These hybrid creatures. Switch hands, dude. Yeah, like this. Fat cock guy says, me granddad's chest is more proper than that, lads. In it? In it? Fat cock guy? Just subscribe, bro. Thank you, Fabian. Hopefully you're still here because I'm 100 minutes behind in chat. Hurt his wrist having a pokey bum wank, did he? Hi, Evan. How you doing? Axe says haram. Yeah, probably. Probably haram. Send him in that Dagestan lifetime. Oops, I don't want to delete that. Restore it. I can't. I'm sorry. The second Buddha says, would it be okay if I swapped a piece of cheese on your head sometime? Please, I'll pay you 5K. What's that about some cheese? A lot of cheese for some cheese. You know what I mean? Here's the thing. It probably would make a good sound because you can get either you got the several valleys and domes, right, that you can go over, but then you've got this sort of cupped area that you can probably get a good, like when you do. I can't because but you collapse the air that way with a piece of cheese, man. I bet you could get a good pop there. Whoop. I'm intrigued. Exactly. That's the point. Send him Dagestan for a lifetime. Is that a carpet on your chest? I like to think of it more of an island's jungle. You know, not super thick, but definitely thick enough that you know. Roundhouse. Chuck Norris. Hey, the brick wall background. Are you gay? Mannix, relax, dog. Chuck Norris chest. Well, it was in vogue for a while, but eventually, I think after I think the 2000s was when I remember it getting killed off because that's when I started getting chest hair and everyone fucking hated it. So, but I'm in America, so. Reptilian you are, Andrew Tate. You're reptilian one. Mr. Tate. I suck flippers. 69 says Andrew Chud. Well, that's your vote, ain't it? Love you, man. Love you. Elaforos. I love you. Please grab a thick material hoodie. For what? You don't want to look at my muscles anymore? People will be upset if I put them away, I think. Okay, the muscles pop, they shock your brain for a moment. Then you get curious about what's going on. And then I have you. It's too late. He's cute. Thank you, Krista. Thank you. Break the bricks. Eat the spaghetti. Jake says Matthew Tate. I think I'm a little built for that, but Scott says, "What's good, Kyle? Gonna try and work tomorrow for the first time again. Kind of afraid of my own mind. I've been putting this off." Well, Scott, just remind yourself that you can take breaks, and you know, it also don't let the anticipation of how you could feel get you rolling. You know what I mean? Like if you, and I don't know if you're still here because I'm super behind a chat, but if if you're worried about worrying, you can kind of like create a self-fulfilling prophecy a little bit emotionally, even like you get that kind of like charged up, ready to go. You know what I mean? So don't worry about it. I think if anything, the work will give you some, separation between, because if you're not doing, a whole lot, if you're not working, you're at home or something, you know, what else is going to be on your mind, right? But with the work, then you get like scheduled time where it's like, well, I have to focus on this. I think it's going to be good practice. You know what I mean? So don't worry about it. Trust yourself. You know how to do the work. So, you know, it'll come in time. But, you might, and if you need to take more time, do it. But you're going to need to do these first, the raw exposure reps to these old things again. Um, you know, and I'm always of the opinion to like get it over with. You know what I mean? Like if it's gonna be rough, might as well do it now so that it's behind you. That's kind of my attitude, but that's a super raw place you might be in. So, and I know you gotta like people are gonna they might ask questions, and that's gonna but just if you need to set boundaries of like, hey, I'm back, but I just need some space still. I'll let you know, let me do it on my own terms. Just very briefly but clearly let them know like, "Hey, I'm back, but chill on messages or whatever." If they care about you at all, they'll understand, right? And so do what you got to do, but I respect your strength in a crazy time, brother. So, you know, I wish you well. I hope your work goes well. Let me know how you're doing, okay? I believe you, Kyle. Tate 2, plane. Rapid something or other says, is cranking it good. I mean, I can't, it's not a moral thing, Good, bad. Are you an Andrew Tate wannabe? No, no. People just started calling me Andrew Tate, so I started keeping track. And then I got over 1,000. I was like, well, okay, I got to put the fucking sunglasses on. Actually, I put the sunglasses on before we hit 1,000. That's kind of how we hit it. You are so fine. Thank you. Shit. Can you rub your head? Sure. Should I do ASMR head rubbing? first time seeing the board. I hide it away so that people don't know they're voting. You look like you do gay stuff. Why, Jake, do you recognize me from the parties? Like the gay version of Andrew Tate? Okay. Hi, Fishin. How you doing? How's your... Let's see, it's still Saturday somewhere. It's the title of the stream. Let's see, that's two more. Sorry, I need to position it before I write it. Chop says, the bricks got me bricked up. The bricks are what did it for you, huh? This is Dad. Well, go to your room. Hi from New Zealand. New Zealand. Sorry, I'm going to butcher it, but it's fascinating me. Hello, Rapid. Kia ora. What's that? Hi, mister. Hi, Seth. Hi, Toby Maguire _official. Wow. You should put me in the next Spooderman movie. I've got back problems too. I could be your PT. It means hello in Maori. Oh, hell yeah. Dude, Fabian, I did a haka. Lives in New Zealand. Which country will win the World Cup? New Zealand. Okay. Fabian, okay, I'm going to butcher it because I don't remember all of it, but I'll show you what I have. Wish Andrew Tate. Okay, that's 2. Sente is coming for you, bro. Leave Tom alone. Tom's doing fine, okay? All right. So I'm a dancer, okay? I was a professional dancer. I trained, that was what I went to school for. So, I, as part of a little show we used to put on, we did a haka, and I was very lucky to know the people putting it on, and everything timed out right, so I got to do it. But you do this. Kamate, kamate, kawara. And you make your eyes and mouth wide and crazy, and you shake your hands and slap yourself like this. It's fucking crazy, okay? I can't remember exactly, but it was fucking dope. Kamate, kamate, kawara. Doing the crazy. Oh, I loved it. I have pictures. I have a picture of me with, and I had hair back then, so it was like thrown back, and I had the paint right, all of the markings, like, and we had an actual like native person like teaching it to us and like leading it. It was fucking crazy. Powerful areolas, are they? Tell me more. My knee just popped and then didn't stop hurting for like 5 minutes. Mm. I would, well, I would stay off of it for a little bit and then test it out a little bit and try and determine whether it's stepping on it, it's compression, if it's twisting, right? That's a bad sign. I mean, there's a little bit of movement, but if it hurts and it feels like it's cranking, that'll tell people something different. If you tore something, I think you would know. I pop all the time, so just be easy with it. I want to S your D. Well, thank you, Seth. That's very kind of you. Can you show us your toe splay again? Probably, yeah. I like David Spade. I want to watch you make love to my girlfriend, Perry. Hmm. 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 Press X to doubt. Paper is made from tree, so money is made by tree. Second time seeing the board. Nice. I'm almost out of almond milk in my fridge, and that's a shame. Yes, and using any kind of protein powders with water fucking sucks. I'm sorry. I've done it, you know. Yo, Andrew Tate, that's two more bumping my question. Hi, Andy. What question? I can't remember. Shave it. No, machine head. Does your mom braid your chest hair? No, I wouldn't let her, but it's not long enough to braid. It's, it stays this length. This is just how I look. Back, Kyle, it's Madame. Hello, goddess. The Tonight Show with King Kyle. Do you remember me? Of course I remember you. I can never give up. Of course. You've commented, I don't even know how many times. Good night, Seth. I appreciate you being here. Mwah. He remembers everyone. Not technically true, but if you're here often enough, I do remember you. Aspen Gold Premium. Andrew Saint. Okay, that's 3. We count those votes. Can you show us your toe splay? Okay, hold on. Tommy Invincible. You look like Rafiki when you dance like that. When? That comment looks out of order. I think I've caught up to chat. Thank you for the sound advice. I appreciate it. Truthfully, I'm not doing well at all. I'm stuck on May 1st. I didn't know the hurt that came with losing her could be so crushing. Well, and dude, that's not that long ago. You know what I mean? Like, that is crazy soon. I mean, if you need the money or whatever, you do what you got to do. And if you go and you got to leave, or if you go to the parking lot and you can't go in, you tell them. And again, I can't make financial decisions for you or anything like that, but um, that's not that long. And I know a lot of people go back to work, and that's how it is. But it's also you don't have to be okay necessarily. You don't have to be 100% anything. I mean, it is completely. Don't worry about your timeline, okay? Because again, it's not going to be linear. It's going to be in waves, and then you're going to be like, okay, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. I'm focused on going forward and all that, and then you're going to pull back, and it's just about continuing to do it, right? So you're going to feel that, and you just know that every time you bounce back, that's when you are generating the pull again, right? And you just keep working it. And saying that doesn't help at all. But no, believe in your own strength too. You can do things and be hurting and grieving. You know what I mean? And you don't have to put on a face of being okay. You know what I mean? If you're worried about how people will perceive you, unless it's going to threaten your job security or your status that you desperately need to maintain, like business client, like relationships or something like that, beyond that, fuck everyone else, right? I mean, you are number one, and you need to focus on you. And if that's working, and if that's ignoring people, and it's weird and awkward, let it be awkward, okay? Because however weird and awkward it is for them, you're going through something far more serious and deeper than anything that. So whatever, you know what I mean? It's you have every right to communicate as much as you need to or not. And here's the reality, man. You're different. People are going to say, oh, you're this, but it's like that changes you. And in some ways that's going to be negative. In some ways there will be positive growth out of this experience, right? And you will be a different person, both without that person and because of how you have had to take that hit and then reform yourself, right? So the process is crazy, okay? It's crazy, and it's going to be crazy. And you know I personally feel like the more you let it out, the 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 more the healing is allowed. You know what I mean? You have to make room for that to come in, right? That growth and that peace in a way, right? Of a kind. Because you'll never be the same, but you will be okay and you will be strong and you will continue to work and you'll love your family and all those things, right? So you're that's so soon. So don't feel like it's you should be at any one point. Okay, I should be X by this date. No, that's not a thing. That's horseshit. What should I use protein powder with then? I mean, well, here's the thing. Usually the protein powder is like chocolate, vanilla, something like that, right? If it's a neutral flavor, you can put it in anything. But and I know recently they've got some like berry flavored stuff, and I have some unflavored protein powder. I don't really like it, but sometimes I'm just like too chocolated out. You know what I mean? Finally caught up. Thank you, respect. Oh, it's good to be like live with you guys, actually. Facts. You can't pour in the cup if it's already full. Thank you, Kyle. You're welcome, Scott. Thank you for you keep checking in on me, and I often find that it's the people and it's the greatest people too, that even when they're hurting, they continue to check in, right? You've been here every time. And that is, so I can tell you have a good heart and just know that, and it will become sensitive again too. The hurt and then the numbness and then the hardening. It's again, everything's a cycle. The only thing that is guaranteed is change. Okay, so as humans, I think we have to become the masters of change. That's the thing. If you can learn, it's like with anything. It's the process. If you can just endure the process, you can get through anything, and you'll get through this. You will. Um, but again, that's that's so that's very soon. So again, don't feel down on yourself for yeah. I mean, I can't imagine. So I can't say I know exactly how you feel, but I feel for you. And, just know I'm thinking about you. And, you know, I appreciate you checking in on me. That's really sweet. They've made protein soda. Like they need to calm down. It's getting insane. I'm kind of interested. The ring is on my right hand. I just like gold jewelry. Okay, interesting. See, I normally go with silver. I don't know if gold works as well on me. You know what I mean? I'm not sure. But I'm not super stylish, so I'm just like very easy dressing. I dress for comfort, as you can see, or humor, or my stomach is currently acting up and it's freaking me out. Well, stress is gonna not help with the stomach thing. So what I do when my stomach is freaking out is I lay down, lay my left side, and that's because that's a little bit better for, your pipes, things coming back up or getting, sloshed around. Or lie on your back and then try and gently breathe into your stomach a little bit. Sometimes you can kind of like massage it. And again, this is only if it doesn't upset you more. You can sort of massage your organs with your breath a little bit. I mean, a diaphragm is an organ. You take those belly breaths, right, where it's not up here, right? There's nothing here. It's into the diaphragm. I can't push my my abdominal wall out too far. I've kind of high abdominal tension in here, but that kind of and taking the pressure off of it with gravity can sometimes get things a little bit aligned, or just kind of again that cyclical thing can help. Drink some water, also excellent. Can neutralize your acids. I mean, I got acid reflux, so that's the angle I'm coming from. I have emetophobia, so nausea is not a good time. Is that the fear of I don't want to say it and trigger you? I always sleep on one side or the other, and I kick my leg over a pillow since I sleep alone. Uh, yeah, my pillow situation is like this. It's got a custom. It's not custom, but it's like fancy. It's like shaped for the head and neck, right? I need my back issues, right? You understand here, so that I'm level, and then I have another one that is shaped for this portion to support my low back from bending, right? And then I have a third one in between the legs, opening the hips, because otherwise I have pretty flexible hips, but um, they sit in internal rotation too much, and it kind of strains the knees through the IT band, and I get kind of back stuff. So it's just good to keep yourself neutral, as you seem to understand, respect. Yes, it's the fear of it. Okay, well then you got to manually take over. Okay, I mean, you're watching the stream, right? I'm not doing anything crazy visually or mentally stimulating, but sometimes you just got to literally switch gears. It seems weird and stupid, but like if you just pick up a book and start reading it and legit try and like read it and like imagine what's going on, it can help just break that cycle, because again, it just some of that stuff feeds on itself and it builds, right? And the worry builds, and if it catches you at the wrong time, I'm sorry. Okay. Full body rubs before bed every night might help some. Help some? What do you mean some? It has historically been difficult to get massages with frequency, just because it's hard to generate the kind of tension that I need from, you know. And some people are just like not the strongest, have the strongest hands, but uh, you know, I've had some good ones. But you know, I've had one of those massages where they hang on the things and they walk on you. I got it it was recommended to me. Um, so I tried it. I kind of regret it because I mean, the stepping on certain muscles was fine because they were kind of light, and I'm used to people like climbing on me as a dancer. But stepping on the joints is like pretty dangerous, and they did it a lot. And even just thinking about it, it freaks me out. So I don't like that kind of stuff personally. But I my ligaments and have just been worn from too much. An entire pot of me grandmother tea and I'll shit the lavvy full. Well, sometimes it's good to do that, and now you know you have a reliable way. I need to start drinking tea again. I can't get motivation to get myself out of bed to make it. You just got to find a good tea that's so good, and I can't technically recommend this, but I go for a black tea because it's a little bit stronger. Living alone is the best. Well, I mean, the roommates thing can be fun, depending, but even then, it's just good to have your own. Sometimes it's good, and I'll tell you, as a streamer in particular, sometimes it's nice to not be observed. right? You need those moments of just privacy for the sake of just not having that kind of energy. That's why we mum on grands makes it. Thanks. I'm butchering it. Any feedback I've gotten has been in shock that I'm not a pro. Mm. I get that feedback a lot, like, well, I get that I'm a natural at a lot of things, but that's good to know. You seem to be a man of many talents and skills. I think we've had not in the same disciplines, but similar types of lives where you do a lot of different things, and you've just accumulated all of these different, no one's morning breath but my own. Exactly. You can eat the bacon the night before so you can wake up to it before breakfast. When I used to drink tea, it was for appetite suppressant purposes. Interesting. So it's very much a reteaching thing. Like tea is a beverage. Yes, right. Exactly. And I do things in phases personally. So like I'll hit something strong for a while and then I'll just kind of lose interest for a bit. I'll latch onto something else, and then I'll come back to it like, oh yeah, this is good. So what I would recommend if you can, and I know your resources might not be the greatest, but find a tea that's like made to be delicious. Hold on. There's a brand that I used to. It's not. I can't find the exact one that I had that was so fucking delicious. But I'll hold on. I'll get it for you. Lavender oil is so nice for bedtime. I'm just a redneck, goofy hillbilly fool. Yeah, but you got that farm boy strength, right? It's my baby boy. Hi, Nate. What? Do you have these copy pasted ready to go? Because these are word letter for letter. When can I suck and lick his nipples? Hi, Nate. I have an entire drawer of tea in my room. Oh, fuck. I drink green tea like it's my saving grace. I love green tea. Um, I'm torn with what to share. Okay, Scott. I've got a whole lot going on. I'm looking for a therapist that I can open up to. Thinking this may be the best help for me at this point. For sure. Absolutely, Scott. And look, I've gone to therapy. Okay. There is absolutely no shame in it. And sometimes it helps just to, once you have the outlet that is safe enough to share all of those very raw things with, um, you know, things start to come out that you don't even, it just comes out of you, right? And you need that again. Sorry, Ola. You need that to like that eruption to happen to open up that, right? Because you certainly can't hold it in. You know, and I'm not going to recommend that you share everything in the YouTube live chat. Certainly, um, he needs to wear a ball cap. Nipple nibbles are nice. Hot. Thank you, Nate. These are weird subject matters to switch between. Can I tie his hands to my bed? I'm usually not the one that is tied. Ola says therapists are great. I had one for a few months. I definitely didn't say everything I needed. So stuff stuck around, but everything is much better now. So I agree that therapy is helpful. Well, of course, and look, it's hard to get that way unless you're like really open naturally but even then, I'm super open naturally, right? Even then, you can't necessarily share every single thought. But the principles that you learn dealing with certain issues can very often apply across the board, right? So a lot of it is like these common themes of like taking a, a top down perspective outside of yourself, um, thinking of other examples, where it's like certainly something bad has happened to you, not like this, of course, but certainly traumatic things have happened to you. And then think about how long, like after 5 years, was it as bad? No, right? You would develop some tools. You know, after 10 years, was it a bit? No. So it just provides a mirror so you can look at it and say, okay, so that's normal. That's normal. How do I get, from A to B? Um, Therapy a lot. Sometimes it's solutions, but a lot of times it's just identifying what exactly all of the issues are or where they come from, or helping you find that out, right? Because shit's complicated, you know. I will be his daddy. Oh, will you? Ola says, my reasons were just trying to keep issues to myself. There were things I wasn't ready to change. Totally. And it's sometimes it's more damaging to try and have an all or well, not sometimes, it's almost certainly always, see, I'm doing it. A majority of the time, it's bad to have an all or nothing attitude towards it. And I say that because I've had an all or nothing attitude about everything. I went all in on dance, no lifting weights, no big muscles. You know, I move like a dancer, I ate like a dancer, I talk like a dancer, I only watch dance media. Okay. And then all powerlifting. I'm just consuming, I'm getting enormous. I'm rowing 335 with a Yates row for sets of five. Okay. I go all in. And every single time I have hurt myself, you know, I'm just so passionate. I'm like a puppy in that way. Okay, I'm not going to show that. Scott says, thank you. I'm done crying for today. I appreciate the advice. You have been more helpful than you know. I appreciate you. Well, Scott, here's the other thing, man. I'm not a therapist. Okay. I have to and want to say that. But if you need someone to just talk to in the way that you've talked to me, I have an email address. It's the channel name at Gmail. Okay, I think it's in the channel description, maybe not on mobile, but on desktop. I don't know why. I'll look into it. But that's an option, if you want to talk to me. I don't check it super often, but it is a way that you can talk to me in a way, otherwise it'd be like Instagram DMs, but they're not secure, so I just wouldn't put anything, that's any kind of sensitive on there. So anytime. Hola, soy. All or nothing attitudes are misery. I've always talked about my all or nothing attitudes with food that wrecked me, then the all or nothing that caused weight gain. It's a vicious cycle. And we're creatures of habit and cycles, and we don't acknowledge it or like fully play into that part of our nature. And once you understand that and just go with it, of like, okay, you have a bad day, you ate a whole pizza and all of the mochis that you got, all of them, both packages. Okay, I'm just as a suggestion, right, as a hypothetical. Sometimes you're going to do that, like last night, which is exactly what I did. um, and then it's fine because the cycle, it's the washing machine. There's always more cycles. You know what I mean? So that is like, if I could boil down a lot of what I've learned in life, it's don't freak out. It's a cycle. This too shall pass. I think it's this too shall change. Because some things don't pass, but then they morph and mutate into things that, and for some people, trauma morphs into a deep wound that, takes them psychologically in weird places. For others, it becomes something that gives them a unique perspective on life and the human condition, and it's 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 kind of like, and I'm not saying this about your situation, Scott, but to me it's kind of like witnessing the end of the world, you know? Like that would suck. I'm very against it, very emotional about it. Don't want it to happen. But to have the perspective of witnessing it and being there despite it being the end of the world, you know what I mean? There's something interesting about that, like, you know, it it's weird and interesting and terrible and awesome that we can understand time in the way that we do above, like, like a kitten, or I don't know, an elephant, or it's like knowing what could be is like, or what was versus it's a blessing and a curse. Them all or nothings with activities and hobbies. All or nothings are just sucky. Yep, it doesn't work. And some people succeed in spite of it for a long time. You see that with pro athletes and stuff, but then their bodies are destroyed. Thank you, Hola. Oh, moderation is key. Exactly, goddess. Mr. Weevil will take over the world. Life's crazy, you know? It's so bizarre. What a strength for this to be reality, Were these strange sacks of meat tubes that love and think about going to Mars and, consume other creatures for energy. It's everything's crazy. Everything's made up and the points don't matter. You know what I mean? Sometimes you just gotta lean back into the absurdity of life and just, well, everything's fucking crazy. And just hang on, to your sanity. Hold on. So I also question, how do you drink the hint waters or something? They taste like someone breathed gently on water while thinking of a flavor. Coming from someone that only drinks only zero sugar crap. Well, that's crazy because my this is bright. I'm gonna turn it off for a bit. That's crazy to me because in my mind, hint is the flavor is strong. And maybe that's because I drink a lot of tea, regular just water. Um, I add this is like a caffeine additive to like keep me going, because well, I've been working for you guys, so I need the extra sleep. Speaking of which, respect importance says I need me a tater tot to cuddle with right about meow. Meow. Right now? Now that sounds pretty comfortable. I've seen life through your eyes before, lad. Yeah, yeah. And you went blind immediately. Like Moses on the mountaintop, your hair went white. Oh, soy. I see. I drink tea and water with no sugar, no problem. Black coffee too. But if I have a flavored water, it should be flavored, not gently thought of. That's very poetic. Yeah. Um, like the two trucks that shipped the water. One was next to a thing of blackberries, and the fumes pass each other. Um, totally, and especially if you've gone from a place of drinking regular sugary drinks, you you have to go hard on something, right? And I mean, the sparkling ice flavored zero sugar ones to me have a pretty good, it's like solid flavor for what you're getting, but not sponsored or anything. William, welcome back to stream. Says, I wish I could be tied up by dozens of goblins and get abused by them. I know, and it sucks that, the goblins are in the underearth, right? Underneath the crust. And there's some hot goblin, tail to be had. And they're very squirrely, you know what I mean? They've got the hobgoblin speed, so it's very difficult to keep up with. Scott says, I'm headed out, Kyle. Have a good night. I'll let you know what happens when I get the chance. Thanks for everything. Scott, I wish you strength. And we'll see you. We'll see you whenever you come back. Hey, King Kyle. Hello, Angel. What if we were all each other from previous life? Yeah, I could see that. You know how many times I've looked at someone on the street and been like, is that me? Are you me? Are you future me or past me? Are you other me? Which one of you is me? Which one do we shoot? Flavored water sickens me. I'm sorry, goddess. What do you drink? What's your beverage? I can't handle full sugar sodas anymore. I've been drinking zero sugar sodas and sparkling waters for about 2 years now. Not a usual teen thing. No, especially with what they probably even provide at schools, right? Like they probably have vending machines, but probably not a ton of zero-calorie options. So, isn't that what fresh lemonade is? So much better. Fat, I believe that. I do mostly water. The juice is just very acidic for me, and you know, and it's high in sugar. And I can get away with some sugar. Speaking, I would like some actually right now. I don't usually eat on stream, but I'm considering doing it. I just don't know that that's not interesting. You know what I mean? So I would rather talk, and I already can't keep up with chat as it is. I think it's just getting late. Hi, Mr. Tate. Thank you. Arian, hello, my dear. Welcome back. I'm pretty sure. Looks like a familiar name to me. 6. Sup? Not much. Sup, you, dog? They're filming Austin Powers 4 in the UK right now. Really? I didn't know they were making another one. Tiny. Took forever to find drinks because I was afraid of like sodas and juice for months. Totally. Well, and you're you here's what I'll say. Hola, sorry. You are super fucking educated, and from what I can tell, you have a high emotional IQ. Okay, when it comes to this, particularly for your age. I mean, just in general. I mean, people don't. This is something that's should be like we should teach this in schools, but it's not. But you clearly understand it, and you have a lot of these advanced tools that most people, again, do not have, and it's crazy. It's crazy. They're running around without these tools, and they're crazy people, right? I'm crazy in a fun and kind of quirky way that's, sometimes strange, but, mostly fun. Um, you know, some people are crazy for other things, but it's uh, it's a crazy world. And I can't tell you how crazy fucking powerful it makes you to have these tools. Now, I can't imagine the things that I could have done. And you still got things you're working on. Of course, we all do, right? But with the tools you have, you're gonna get through them. I mean, it's you have all the stuff you need. So you're gonna have these tools, and you're gonna have that for the vast majority of your life, and that is crazy. Okay, you have crazy potential. So you know, I'm not lecturing you, right? Even though I am. Um, you're showing all of this promise, right? Take that potential as far as you can, okay? Take those tools, okay? You're not your trauma, et cetera, okay? Scars aren't necessarily forever. So, you're going to make it. You're going to be incredible. And I think the sooner you just push through and keep unlocking those things that you're still on the precipice of, you're just going to unlock more superpowers. You know what I mean? And you deserve success, okay? And it's going to take using those tools and using them early, because nowadays it's happening more. I'm seeing people like news, not, I'm using quotes, I should, news channels reporting from Gen Z, from young people, and it's honest, it's geared towards the current voting population. It's it's very interesting to see. So again, it's you're early. You have cheat codes. Okay, it cost you some things to get the cheat codes. I totally understand, but that's being human. It's taking a wound. It's like breaking the muscle to repair it, right? Sugar kills. It does. Water kills. Yeah, it can. Yeah, actually, water kills in a very dramatic way. Anything kills with too much of it. You get cancer from the dang sun. That's true. I don't want to wear the brace, but I haven't learned to keep it stiff, the wrist, for the fucking Spurs. I got to do this because I talk with my hands. So, you understand. That's the thing. You have a lot of wisdom very early, and that's like super cool. Not again, not for what you had to do to get those tools. You're light years ahead. Okay. And I think your generation, some are like they can't read and they don't do anything, right? And they're doomed, they're brain rotted. But then the other ones are like hyper aware, they're on top of it. You see people taking care of their skin from day one, and it's like, oh, it's crazy. So I agree, H2O kills. Doesn't make it bad. True. Moderation is key. That's right. This skunk me mate brought to the trolley kills. What does that mean? According to California, everything kills and causes cancer. Yes, notorious. Yeah, they put that on everything. Norma, how you doing? Hello. Proper liberals. Yeah, I'm sorry. I do the accent. I'm not good at it. Welcome. Welcome. How can I entertain you tonight, Norma? With a little dance, maybe? Okay. A little life advice? Usually, a lot of times I'm wearing the sensei belt and pants, if you will. So if you need to learn any karate, this is also the place. Ola says we also live in a world where people fearmonger anything. Yep. Emotions are tied to attention, and attention is currency. They, everyone, the royal everyone, okay, everyone except for me, is trying to manipulate you, right? And sometimes that's good. And here's the thing, manipulation is, oh god, this is going to get clipped. Manipulation is a necessary skill, and this is why they're going to call me Andrew Tate. Manipulation is just influencing someone, maybe against their knowledge or something like that. But we are humans, we are social creatures. Lying is a skill that you will need, right? Whether it's, you know, I can't technically tell you to start lying. And I'm actually pretty fucking honest on this channel. Okay. I shouldn't be, but I am because it's me. All right. But it's a skill. It's a skill that you learn at a very young age because it's part of that social interaction, right? And it's crazy because in some cases, it is expected that you, in the game of conversation and whatever, it is expected that you're lying a little bit, right? Um, hey, how you doing? How many times are they again, everyone else does this, but I'm the only one that actually cares and asks you, okay? Except for your parents and family and blah blah blah. Hey, how you doing? Are they actually asking like, "Oh, well, I'm actually not doing that great." They don't actually want to hear that, right? They want to hear, "I'm doing good. How are you?" Then they go, "I'm doing good. How's the weather?" "Pretty hot." "Yeah, summer." It's that game. There's an expected cadence, and so in certain situations, people expect you to lie, right? If you're at work and you're like, "I need to go home," and your boss like, "Why?" And you're like, because I shit myself, and I'm gonna do it again." That kind of honesty is not expected, right? It's kind of expected that you'll lie, or at least conceal the truth. So again, it's like manipulating people. Sometimes you will need to manipulate people back if they are manipulating you. Okay, I had to learn this in India. I With the street vendors, the price is negotiable, which is like not a common thing where I'm from, at least. And it feels weird, unless you're like, I don't know, like aggressive, natural. Well, I'm aggressive, but in a nice way. Um, you have to like, I felt like it was being a dick, but you have to kind of like push back. And it's expected, like they start with something that's ridiculous because you're a foreigner and you don't know any better, right? So they start with something ridiculous and you have to push back hard. I didn't want to because I know the value of the dollar. It's like I should give this guy a bunch of money. Like this means so much more. It has so much more power here, right? I should just give him as the foreigner that has some amount of money. But it's expected that you do this. And so it's weird, but it's part of the game. And then you do that. I'm like, so this guy's like, hey, these scarves are like 2 for 20. And I was like, I literally was like, fuck you, 2 for 20. I'm gone. And I walked away and he's like, no, 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 come back, come back, come back. And he's like, okay, hold on. 15. And I was like, 15? Really? That's your bet? So, and I'm pretending. This is all an act, right? I'm overdoing it because I know that I want to hold back. So by overdoing it, I'm kind of meeting in the middle for that balance of like the sweet spot. Okay, that's a Kyle secret. Okay, if your nature is to pull back, you have to overshoot, and you will naturally, because you pull back, you will pull back to the right amount. Okay, that works with acting, with singing, projecting your voice, throwing a punch, all of it. It's the same thing. Everything's one. I am everything. I'm all of you. Okay. In the UK, they banned social media and anyone under 16. Fucking mad. It's crazy. It's crazy because it's difficult to expect Gen Z and young people to not have social media when it has become such a huge part of communication and social networking. People don't do things in person anymore. Things happen online. The president makes a tweet at 4 in the morning and the stock markets go crazy and certain militaries start taking certain actions, right? Social media, I hate it. Okay. I don't like being on social media, but it's the reality. It is, I'm connected with you people wherever you are. Okay. That's just how it is. It's unprecedented for all of human history to be this connected, but it's part of us now. And to deny it is in some way, I mean, if you're like 10, 11, 12 years old, you shouldn't have social media, right? But, you know, in those larger, you're learning a lot of social skills in the like middle and high school age ranges, right? As you like, you have all the crazy fucking hormones and stuff, but then like everything's very emotional, right? But it's a testing ground where you get to test reactions of people and reacting to things, and so you get experience, and so that's kind of necessary. And if it's not happening in person, they're not going to be able to navigate the real world, right? If you don't let people on social media, they're not going to know how to get jobs a lot of places. You know, people in the generation above mine will say, like, you can't get a job. Well, why don't you just wear a tie and go down to the business and hand in a resume? And it's like, that would be stupid. It was stupid like 10 plus years ago. I literally did it to spite someone, like, okay, okay, I'm going to do it. I did it. And they were like, you go online, you do the application online. See, doesn't matter, right? Things work differently with each generation. And now things are online. It's crazy. That is mad. Statistics are going to rise so high. Oh, man. Confidence is mesmerizing. You don't say, Goddess. Glenn Powell. Marshmallow. How you doing? Up late again. UK is turning into a dictatorship. Fucking Muppets. I don't know how serious saying the word Muppets is, because to me it's like very casual. And it's like, but maybe that's the point. It's like silly, right? Glenn Powell. Welcome, Marshmallow. Mm, there's so little room. Okay, let's get a little wild, like we do, like we're doing. Okay. Vertical. We're expanding our vertices here. Why should 15-year-olds have a social media anyway? I mean, it shouldn't be the case, but it's difficult when they already have had it. You know what I mean? Like cutting them off for a year or two, that's not that long. I feel like that's not that long to like really transform them. They shouldn't have had it at all. That is the ideal state. But you can't, you know? So it's like it should be like it should be restricted in a lot of ways for sure. But it's like libraries have a lot of computers now because it's like it's just a speed and efficiency thing. You just say I feel sick. I mean, it's the norm now. I don't agree, but taking social media takes a lot of real world knowledge. Yeah, I don't understand. I'm on it and I don't understand how to do this, to be frank with you. Um, I'm not good at marketing myself. I'm very confident, right? But like, I don't know. I have an Instagram. I have two photos. You know, I'm a casual sort of. I've learned how to edit video and things like that, but I'm just not plugged into the rhythm of. I definitely can't keep up with all of the trends, but I just also am not. I don't know how to speak the language. Right, my language is very physical. The digital language is foreign to me, which is why I'm a little too upfront, I think. Goddess, this is just the start. Soon they will try taking more and more. Well, this timeline is not my favorite. It's not the one I picked. Normal doesn't mean moral. Nice. That's good. Jack Black says nice. Whose decision is that? I'm sorry. I'm not making fun of you. It's just fun. Uh, oh yes, that's why I said I don't agree. But having it for so long means impacts those who have lived with it. There. Oh, yeah, exactly. Ola. Ola, you are wise beyond your years. Do people tell you you're an old soul? Nowadays, guys, pimping their wives in YouTube Reels. Really, I've seen in the YouTube lives again. It's like the woman that's doing this with a shirt on, and it's like subscribe, subscribe. I mean, I can't really judge because I got my tater tots out, but Asman finally shaved his head. Finally. Instructions unclear. The internet ain't no place for kids. It's not. But it's like saying hell's no place for kids after they've already been. And it's like yeah, that's a bad example. I'm not good at comparisons, okay? But it's like it's a little too late. like like in a lot of ways the damage is done and undoing that against their will. And here's the other thing too is like I'm not a parent, but so forget what I have to say. But prohibition never works. It just doesn't work because when humans have offspring, those offsprings are human, and so the human condition is to circumvent the rules to get to the most efficient way to what they want. It's right. We all did it. It's a natural instinct, right? So it's like you can't blame them to a certain degree because they're humans. That's like blaming a I don't know, whatever. You know what it's like. Sup, entertain. Hello, Dr. James. Can I call you Jim? What? What's up? Is the counter on the board? Okay, it's getting pretty bad. There have been two more. If I lift the board every single time someone says I'm Andrew Tate, it's getting hard, and not in the best ways. Sorry, Ola, I should speak, less inappropriately. Kevin, I think you're very handsome. Excellent hairy chest. Why, thank you very much. But it has been, will be, continues to be. It has its bad parts and its good. That's the thing about life and being a human is you have the intelligence to understand how bad things are so that you can fully understand suffering. But it also allows you to really, really, truly appreciate things on different levels, right? An ant, for what I understand currently, they can't understand the cosmic scale of things, right? And we can sort of, not really, but we sort of can. And it's a crazy burden to have the kind of intelligence that we do, but we still have the like primitive software of fighting, struggling for resources, hoarding resources, all of racism, any kind of like slavery, all of these, things that are just like we are so capable of so much better. and we're still acting like, we're part of the animal kingdom. It's a weird place to be in. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Kids under 16 should be socializing in real life. I agree because they need those skills as well. Because you can, it's a lot of people can't bridge the online to the in person now, which is the bad thing, right? One of the bad things. You need that. You need to like, oh, you can network and get the job, but if you're too nervous to do the interview or to have a high pressure conversation with your boss, you will not succeed in life. So you need both. Right. And again, it's never truly balanced. Everything's these huge extremes. Um, the technology is improving far faster. We are still using 10,000-year-old hardware, running software that is like Windows 500,000. Okay, it's not meant for that. It's overclocked as hell. We are not meant for the level of stress or the amount of productivity that is expected out of us. Blah blah blah. We're not accustomed to having knowledge of all of the world's problems, right? If you only knew about the problems in a 30-mile radius, your stress levels would be a lot lower, right? Your perspective would be different. But now we're exposed to all of this. Enormous bodybuilders, fake bodies, right? It's like everything's warped and we're not built for it. So we are fighting at a disadvantage, okay? We are not built. We still have the hardware to seek out high concentrations of sugar because with the hardware we have, that was important. If you didn't do that, you starved and you didn't have enough energy for the big old brain, which takes like 30% of your carbohydrates, your brain, okay? It's expensive. So it's very powerful, but it's also very dumb. You know, it's that weird biological combination of like, just because it's good doesn't mean it's not weird and come with a weird downside. Blokes take way more and more. That's the problem. Hi, Taint. Thank you. Hi. Ola says it's difficult. Nobody really socializes. As a teen, I can definitely say kids are cruel. Yeah, and they're bolder now because they've seen that there are bolder people having zero consequences. I hear adults now say children have gotten so much more mean. Well, back in the day, if someone really like fucked with you, pardon my language, but sorry, Ola. Um, if someone like was constantly messing with you, back in the day, if you decked them, boom. A lot of times they would just leave you alone. Most fights didn't turn into lawsuits, and I'm talking about minor scraps. I'm not supporting violence. Okay, relax. I'm just saying that there was a time where if you had if you hit someone, it wouldn't be shown to your employers for the rest of all time and be immortalized on the cloud. That's a new thing. Okay. There are many very embarrassing things that a lot of people did, that everyone has done, that were not recorded. And so now there's that pressure. There are cameras everywhere. And I understand when you're in that age range, everything feels like it's the most important thing on the planet. You can feel like that's going to be devastating. Here's the thing though, we've learned though, now recently even, you can be all kinds of fucking bonkers, crazy. You can support unbelievably terrible rhetoric. You can be a full on supremacist. And th- practically speaking, there don't seem to be a lot of consequences for that. And it makes me mad. It's like, but you can say that. And so there's this weird dichotomy of like, everything's recorded and everything's under the microscope, but kind of like everything's been so extreme online that maybe kind of nothing really matters as much. You know what I mean? In my mind. One Blood says, "What's crazy is you think you should have your shirt off in front of anyone." Lone Blood, if I were monetized, you would see the amount of people that were specifically requesting more because it would be popping up in front of you, okay, with the requests. So socialization is practically a battle at times. It is. And when I was young and I was a man, and I'm very much a man, and I had all that testosterone. Um, I went through a phase of like maybe might is right. I was very emotionally sensitive from the get-go, high emotional IQ, which kind of sucks when you're young because kids are mean and they don't have high emotional IQ and they maybe won't ever learn it depending. Very frustrating. So, uh, but socialization is a skill and it's something that needs to be practiced and online you can delete things, you can edit things, you can warp things, you can say nah. It just complicates everything. um it gives it this imaginary, because now when things happen in person you only thought about when the moment it happened. When it's online, you're thinking about all the people that might come across it and continue to see it, right? It's totally different. So that doesn't close the loop in your brain. And the human brain is very much wired to close the loop. And when you don't, it drives you fucking bonkers. But you drive that circle deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper, makes it easier. You understand. You're awesome. Just love you, bro. Thank you, Steven. Just woke up actually. Going out for a day trip today. Ooh, nice. What kind of day trip? Good night, Stud Muffin. Good night, Respect. It's great to see you tonight. Mwah. Appreciate you. Mwah. Click here. Jesus died on the cross emoji for air sins and rose 3 days, saving us from hell if we repent from our sins and believe he died, and that God raised him from the dead, make him our Lord. I tried to do my best with that comment. Um, just fix the copy pasta a little bit. Just fix it, put it in your notepad, then you have it to spam later. That's the first time you've put it on the board. Have I voted it that many times? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I will. Let's see. I'll give it a bonus. I want to underestimate so that it remains accurate, right? So Mars would like 6 additional votes be too low, do you think? What do you think? You tell me how many times you voted for it, and I'll make sure it gets on the master list. Kids haven't gotten more mean. New adults are just now seeing children's dark sides from an adult lens, which is equally disturbing. Well, the filter has also seemingly been removed too. And again, I think it's just because when you see examples of it, there's an online community for everything. So if you see others doing it, it lowers the social cost of outing yourself as an outsider, right? Because you have support. So it becomes easier when you do it. People kind of don't care or they don't engage with you. So then they they feel a little more comfortable and they take baby steps and then they're already out. Are you related to Andrew Tate? Oh, that's funny. He's the white Andrew Tate. Isn't Andrew Tate white? I don't understand. Pumping those numbers up. Wade says, how gay are you? That depends on how gay you require me to be, Wade, and how many $20 bills you have in your pocket. Ola says, I wouldn't say that exactly. For example, So many kids say, bring back bullying because they can't handle differences. I personally believe it's a reverting problem. Interesting. Times go back more and more as the years go more forward. That's whole. I was just talking about this with an old friend of mine. Um, it's crazy how it's like, okay, racism I thought was going down, and I'm like, oh, thank Christ it's going down. You know, people are becoming decent over time. It's working, right? Society is working. And then, the last number of years happen, and then you realize, oh, fuck. Uh, they're everywhere. And it's bonkers. And I kind of agree that it's like, I don't think it's making anyone more racist, for example, or more hateful, but it makes that okay because I mean, in the past, they would have suppressed those things and not expressed them, and that could cause problems too. But certain things should just be suppressed if they're in there. You know what I mean? Um, I think you know what I'm talking about. But I agree. It's like we are slipping back to we're going to be at the fucking Cold War status anytime. It's crazy how I thought every single thing that happened is by itself an impossibility because of how stupid it would be to do and how like there would be so many consequences. Turns out there's only consequences for the people that don't have enough dough or the people that aren't pale enough or you know what I mean, like the rules only they apply on a sliding scale to people and the rules constantly shift depending. Goddess says, bring back bullying was coined by Gen Xers and millennials who grew up when it wasn't illegal to beat your kids. I didn't get beaten, but I remember when people talked about getting struck in school with a ruler and it wasn't something you called the police about or anything, you know. Dr. James says, you know what his favorite, you know what? Oh, a a dolphin. Okay, that's a little wordplay, I see. Goddess. So the kids who say bring back bullying are just parroting their bully parents. Well, when you get older, as you probably know, I'm not saying anything, Goddess, but I'm just saying as you progress through life, you realize some people remain where they're at forever, right? Some people do not grow as they go. A lot of people get trapped in their sort of like high school, early college. That's sort of where well, actually I feel pretty old. I feel like 4,000 years old at least. Um, but a lot of people they look older, they act older, but in here they are pretty much the same person that they were when they were a teenager. Um, some people are more adaptable than others, of course, but in my experience, the majority of adults, people that are much older than myself, people that are younger than me, I'm in my late 30s, okay? Very much the same person, more or less, than who they were. I mean, you get maturity in a lot of different ways, hopefully, um, but in in your principles, very oftentimes in your beliefs, a lot of them stay the same. So I don't know. I'm waxing poetic. Arthur Morgan, remember me when I asked you to do a backflip? I'm back. Well, Arthur, so many people have asked me to do a backflip, that's not unique enough for me to remember. I mean, your name and profile picture are, but not that comment. Goddess says that's not properly representing the younger generation. Marshmallow says Andrew T. Fat cow guy says been on the levee so long, me legs are numb. Nice chatting. Thank you. Fat. It was your comments were very interesting. A little strange, but you know, we do things the strange way here. So I appreciate you hanging out on your Saturday night or Sunday morning. It's almost Sunday for me. Oh my God, sexy. Oh, thank you. Is this method acting for what? Oh, for Andrew Tate. Goddess says there's a lot of anti-gay pushback with kids now, but what do you expect when they've been taught gender theories in elementary school? Is that really happening? I don't think they're teaching gender theories because it's deemed part of sexual education. That can't be happening. Inzi says kiss you. Aw. Alexis, remember me? Welcome back to stream. Let me see. Let me see that. Sorry for the enormous noggin shot. See a ring light? Welcome back. Did you party your Saturday night away? Please add Johnny Sins. You look like a handsome Johnny Sins. Johnny Sins isn't handsome. I'm not the handsome version. I'm a multiverse alternate version. Four. Thank you. Remember me, karate boy, when I karate'd your brother, and I talk just like this. Hi, Alexis. Welcome back. The karate stuff's getting a little older nowadays. Hairy chest, heart. What is that? Ola says it's not only a parroting issue. Teenagers or at least have abilities to think their own thoughts, although they're impacted by surroundings. They're heavily they're pliable, so they're easier to influence, especially because here's the thing about being young. You physically recover very quickly from stress, and you can push yourself very hard, um, and you have enough of your brain developed, and it doesn't finish until you're like 25 or something like that. You have enough of your brain to develop to like do some things, you know what I mean? Like I don't know. It's an interesting place to be in where you have no like buying power or like social power in the larger scheme of things outside of your community, but you're at your like physical peak for the next 10 years, so you're at the beginning of that. And it's I mean, depending on what sport you play, it's a blah blah blah, but you know it's a little bit, and please don't take this the wrong way. It's like giving it's kind of like giving a child a lightsaber. You know what I mean? It's like there's a lot of power. I mean, teenagers have the ability to like ruin the rest of their lives with their decisions, right? Young children, not so much unless in extreme cases, but you know, you're a teenager, you're tall enough to hop a fence, and you're brave enough to do things because you haven't seen the consequences firsthand. That's the other thing, is a lot of times it takes seeing it firsthand for it to really set in, right? And you can't teach wisdom, and experience teaches wisdom, and you can't force the timing of it. It happens when it happens. Oh, I'm a little behind again. I've never had a good understanding of the generation, though. Goddess says, if gender and sex are different, why are gender theories being taught to kids? I don't think they are, though. You see the dissonance? Sorry, that's off topic, but it's still true. I mean, I don't speak for every school, and I've been out of school for quite a while, but I can't. They barely teach fucking art and PE. I can't imagine they're actually doing classes. Lady Rose says, "Tweak them nips, please, Karate Man, for free." I don't know. I mean, I'll, I'll, I'll send signals to the nips. I won't tweak them, but in terms of like a titty dance, it's something I do for free because I'm a generous God. Okay. What if we're the ants of another being's world? Well, then, I wish we were 6x stronger. Alexa says, I love you. Thank you. I love you too. Goddess says, teenagers rarely think their own thoughts, mostly in creative spaces, but otherwise not really. Um, I would, I mean, I would disagree with any sort of blanket statement, but um, I would say they think their own thoughts, but look, when I was a teenager, I got caught up emotionally watching the fucking Firefly TV show. Okay? And this was before I was a dancer. Maybe I understood that about the River character that I could just see she moved like a dance or something like that, but it was like I feel crazy. I'm a weird little dancer, you know, being. I couldn't do the split kicks at the time, but it was like it spoke to me the freedom and the like the struggles and it was just and now it's like oh well it's a good TV show so but you got to go through that to get out of the cloud of emotion and scale and scope. Joe Beans says brutally framed Mogsy was a manly buff version of Shrek. Ooh. Swamp Daddy. Diet Andrew Tate. Yeah, Andrew Tate. Uh, Andrew Tate, if he stayed on his diet, I don't have an off season. Goddess, he is not Andrew Tate. I'm not. Thank Christ. Thank baby Satan. What color's your Toyota Corolla? The Toyota is hot pink, like my Bugatti. It's a color of girls, because that's what I like. It's girls. I like the girl. You know what I mean? It's a little it's a little much, but he doesn't understand subtlety. So that's another, I think, two at least. So you must be him then. Really? After everything I just said, you still think I'm Andrew Tate? Does Andrew Tate claim to have a high emotional IQ? Probably. Factory gray. All my carbs is pizza and beer. I'm still alive. Well, sure. You can be alive in a lot of different states. I'm bald too. Hey the guy. Hello. Brother. Brother in bone. Um Sometimes I'll like look at the bald subreddit and watch the submissions. I love the memes where it's like, should I shave the head, and it's the guy with the hand on the shoulder. Fucking love it. Most of the time, we was better friend after fighting. Oh, totally. You get it out, and then it's like it's not that serious, you know. I'm 30. Ah, your coworkers are very upset with you. Well, and here's a true fact. This is deep Kyle lore that I'm going to give you, okay, for free again because I'm a generous God. Um, at a job I actually had in a cubicle environment. So it was a large ass like building, super long. Probably could have like I think the max we had were like 120 spots. And the cubicles were in rows, so you sat in rows with people. So there was like, 4 people to a row or something, and there were people behind you, very visible. Okay, but they were sectioned off. So getting to the point, back before all of my injuries, one of my favorite things to do was to run on all fours, and this was before the Shia LaBeouf uh, actual cannibal video where they made that a thing. Okay, I've been desiring to run on all fours ever since I saw Tarzan. Okay, I came back from the movie theater because I saw it back then. Started running on all fours. I did this in the office. Okay, because I learned through observation that certain unspoken social rules can be broken. And particularly if they don't harm anybody, big one, and they're they're so bizarre that it's just nobody would ever expect someone to run on all fours. So there's no rule that you can't run on all fours. It's just strange. Okay, and probably unsanitary now that I'm thinking about it. But I did like a well, more like a gorilla technically because that's my build, but like a dog, right? I literally my name tag at work was Kyle Dogman, my name. Okay, so it like literally people call me the dog man because I would just run up to them on all fours. Very strange, very invasive, very crazy. There's no rule against it. They didn't do anything about it. They didn't fire me. So is you can to a large degree you can do kind of like you don't understand how much you are not practicing your free will or exerting your free will. Dude, sick physique. Thank you, Reggie. I appreciate that. I haven't even given a little flex in a while. The tricep is the one that this lighting down here isn't the greatest, but the tricep is the meaty guy that comes to the table. Well, I got a few things. You know. Can you fix the glare, making it hard to watch? Is this better? Oh, fuck. Is this better? The body of a 12-year-old girl. Bro, are you from Russia? Where they're punching trees and shit? Kids are honest, true. Happy Father's Day, everyone. Happy Daddy's Day, everybody. Waxing is gold. Oh, no, thank you. Happy to see you sober today. Marshmallow. Down to Exmouth and Devon to the beach day and for a meal later to celebrate Father's Day. Maybe have a drink or two. Nice. I can safely say I've definitely voted for it over 5 times at least minimum. Okay. Okay. Minimum. So I'm going to be a little bit more generous because you're being very, very good. Okay. So let's say 7 more. So we're going to give it 8 votes. Okay. 8 votes in the total count. I just don't have enough boards to show it, but it's on the record now. Andrew Tate 2.0. 2.0, wow, that's a good one. I mean, at least it's like completely complimentary instead of, like partially. Never knew Andrew Tate was gay. Really? With all of his behavior? That's a surprise to you? The media will have you believe the world is ending. They want you to, because when you're afraid, you take actions very quickly. I think the world is still improving, just with more obstacles. It's improving in the grand scheme of things, in that technically medicine's getting better, but like, there's like they just cut research for cancer and stuff, and it's like, man, we're doing good shit. Let's keep the momentum going. For me, that's huge. It's like I never want the momentum to stop. I just did a speech on cycles and everything, but by nature, I just want to keep going, keep escalating, right? But I'm hoping we'll get there. It's just up to a few very stupid people whether or not they go full on fucking bonkers or not. And I don't know. A lot of stuff has happened that I couldn't have ever anticipated, but things could go crazy good in unanticipated ways too. That's chaos theory, baby. Sometimes there's order, sometimes there's not. Bro's so bald it actually shines. Timu Andrew Tate, and James Charles. Emily says Jesus is king. Well, I'm not king of everybody. I'm king of well, I'd love to be the king of mutants, freaks, you know, ghouls, goblins. I can't be. I'm a king unto myself, and I think that's all I can really claim. I don't really want anyone to bow to me, even as a karate sensei. It's like I, I get it's respectful, but to me, we meet on the same terms. Bro's balding, and I don't mean hair. Bro fighted Andrew Tate and got hit into guy mode. What does that mean? And gay mode. Oh, guy mode and gay mode. God, it says sad but true. Mason, bro's head can touch the sun. That's why it's glowing. I've been there. Okay, I came back. Too boring. Actually, too many fucking flares. Way too many. It's crazy up there. Some people never mature past a teenager. Yeah. Rage baiter. Oh yeah. Tug fan says, I just shit my pants. Thank you for your honesty. Okay. Put your put your pants in the bin. Okay. And go think about what you just did. Bro has fancy clothes to see. James Charles. Bro's ears move lower than my dick. Oh, do they? They're very small ears. Okay, but this is the sensory organ, okay? I can feel like waves of air on the head. So I know when people are trying to sneak up, you know what I mean? You look like a Chinese copy of Andrew Tate. Well, anything that dilutes from pure Tate is better. It's an increase in value. In some states, yes. You look like a cheap copy of Andrew Tate. Well, at least I'm affordable. He's talking about Bugattis. You know how expensive it is to get an oil change in a Bugatti? Okay, to repair a Bugatti when you crash it because you're a dipshit and you can't drive. Go back to the lab. It'll be more shiny. Something's coming in the 3 days. What's coming in, alien? Oh, is the mothership coming in 3 days? Dude, I didn't get the last broadcast. I turned my noggin off for a little bit and I totally missed it. And I know, but we've been waiting so long, you know what I mean, for the signal. So I'm totally stoked. He invited Diddy to build the bricks behind him. These ones? Alien, how do you know? Proposito says you're sexy. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm getting sleepy. Bro looks like he shoves peanut butter up his ass. I wouldn't say shoves. Flex your arms. Okay. See how easy that is? I think we got a couple more. I think we got 5 more minutes of stream. And then your king has to get his beauty sleep. I'm doing the legs if you can see anything. Okay. Okay. I'm the one who said he looked like the Airhead candy guy. Oh, wow. That's been a while. That was a good vote. I remember loving it. Thank you. Don't. I'll see it. I picked not flexing arms. Too late. Teens go through a lot of emotions. They have so much creative potential. They do. And half Alan from 2.5 Men. That's funny. Hi, small Andrew. Whatever. I'm lithe, limber, lovely Andrew. Hi, Mister. Hi, Leo. Dance like Andrew Tate. I've only seen the one dance, and it's like this. Okay, I'm gonna be a little bit elitist. Okay, and this is because I was a professional, literally, in the dancing realm. Um, I'm gonna use my one-time card and say that is pedestrian as hell. It's not a dance. Okay, technically it is. All right, but for him, it's not because fuck him. Okay, this like you're the woman in the viral like reel or TikTok where she's like waiting for pancakes. You know what I mean? Like that's not for her. It is a dance. For him, it's not. Fuck Andrew Tate. I don't think I know you're Andrew Tate. You won't see this until a while later if you see it at all, but I need to go to bed. Great conversation. Thank you for all the advice. Keep doing what you're doing, man. Oh, I appreciate that. That's so sweet. He's way behind. I always am. I got to catch up before I go, though. Okay. You're probably not going to catch up with the comments by the time I'm gone. I'm going to catch you in the next stream. Have a good day, man. Marshmallow out. Harry like animal. Kyle, are you a father? I'm not. You a black belt? Yes, I have 3 of them. Happy Father's Day, everyone. Happy Daddy's Day. Mason says gay. DPM8 says Andrew Tate. That's like the 3rd, 4th one, so we'll add 4 to the Tate count. Gotta make sure it's accurate. Okay, there we go. I'm not gonna do that, Mason. Yeah. Daddy, chill. 76, no, 67, because Andrew Tate is 67, the original bro, 76, the knockoff. I am the reverse Andrew Tate. I am wholesome. I am well. I am well balanced psychologically, emotionally, physically. I actually know how to fight. I didn't stack a fight record with fake ass, well, not the real people, but he's just has only fought terrible fighters, and he's full of shit, which is why he has to puff up his chest. It's called posturing. Okay, very simple. Bros do it all the time. What, bro? What? What? I'll totally fight you. They don't want to fight. It's the opposite. When they're screaming it, it's the opposite. Okay. You think Ghana will win the World Cup? I don't know anything about that game. Oh, there's a spider. Little spider. Come here. I'm gonna help you, dog. Dog, I want to help you. All right. Well, you just do whatever you want then. Try not to smash you. All right, party people. It's bedtime. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Okay, there's a lot of random spam. Okay. Respect, you're still here. Holy shit. Damn. Well, I appreciate you. It's been a good day, hasn't it? Good night. Sleep well. And I will see you all of you, in the next stream. Okay. It'll probably be Monday night. It'll be a workout stream, almost certainly. Okay. So, ta ta for now.